Guy Pearce. I've now read the comments that you made about me, and while I would have preferred not to have to play this out in the media, you obviously have your own reasons for wanting to do exactly that.
Here I am, media. Kevin, when this is the face that is going to play this out for people to watch, it makes sense why Guy would want to involve the media. Hello? I'm kidding. There's some fun here, okay? So, Kevin Spacey has responded to Guy Pearce's recent comments about their interactions on set of LA Confidential back in 1997. Now, before we get to what Guy just said this week, let's go back to 2018 when Guy was simply asked what it was like working with Kevin Spacey by Andrew Denton.
Slightly difficult time with Kevin. Yeah.
At the time you were working with him?
Yeah. He's a handsy guy.
That interview was a few months after Anthony Rapp came forward with his allegations of sexual misconduct against Kevin Spacey in October 2017. See, after Anthony did that, bravely stepped forward, it allowed a lot of guys to find the bravery to also tell their story with Kevin.
Thankfully, I was 29 and not 14.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Now, Guy didn't go into any further details at that point, but yeah, this week, he was asked once again what it was like working with Kevin Spacey on the Hollywood Reporter's Award Chatter podcast.
I was scared of Kevin because he's quite an aggressive man and extremely charming and brilliant at what he does and, really impressive, etc. So he holds a room remarkably. But I was young and, susceptible and he targeted me, no question.
Now in 1997, Guy was 30 years old and Kevin was 38 years old. So yeah, not a huge difference when he's saying, I was young. But I think this is more of a situation of a power dynamic going on.
I don't want to use the word victim because I even though I probably was a victim to a degree, I was certainly not a victim by any means to the extent that other people have been to sexual predators.
LA Confidential was Guy's first American movie. And yeah, Kevin was much more established. He would even get more established as years went on. But LA Confidential was after he won his first Oscar for The Usual Suspects. He'd been in The Ref. He'd been in Seven. A Time to Kill had just come out in theaters and been a massive hit. He was top billed on LA Confidential.
I did that thing that you do where you brush it off and go, oh no, that's nothing. Oh no, that's nothing. And I did that for 5 months.
And Guy brushed it off as nothing for 20 years really. And then when Anthony came forward with his allegations in 1997, it's opened the floodgates for Guy.
And I heard this and I broke down and sobbed and I couldn't stop. And I think...
And yeah, this is only audio, but I think it's pretty clear that Guy gets choked up during this interview as well. And this would be almost 30 years later.
I think it really sort of dawned on me the impact that had occurred and how I'd sort of brushed it off and how I'd sort of either shelved it or blocked it out or whatever. And that was a really, really incredible wake-up call, I suppose. You really want to know what my response is? Grow up. Did you also, by the way, tell the press that a year after we shot LA Confidential, you flew to Savannah, Georgia, while I was shooting Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, just to spend time with me? Did you tell the press that too? Or does that not fit into the victim narrative you have going? I don't want to use the word victim. We worked together a long time ago, If I did something then that upset you, you could have reached out to me. We could have had that conversation. And I had a couple of confrontations with Kevin post that, and that got ugly. But here you are now on a mission.
Nope, no mission. Just answering a question that a reporter asked him.
Some 28 years later, after I've been through hell and back, to do what? I'm sort of in that weird position of going, I don't want all the focus on this. I don't want it, but at the same time, I don't want him to get away with what he gets away with, So anyway, I apologize that I didn't get the message that you don't like spending time with me. So I just try and be more honest about it now and call it for what it is, You want to have a conversation? I'm happy to do so anytime, any place.
I did not get the sense that he wants to talk to you about it. I didn't get the sense of he has any kind of, outstanding, grievance towards you. I didn't get a sense he wants an apology. I don't think he wants anything to do with you, Kevin.
We can even do it here, live on X if you like. I've got nothing to hide.
Guy is busy, Kevin. He was at the BAFTAs last weekend. He's going to be at the Oscars next weekend for his nominated performance from The Brutalist. He just completed 2 more movies. He's got 6 more movies in pre-production. He doesn't have time for you, Kevin.
Just in time to stop the bad guy? Huh?
And no, the bad guy doesn't need to be stopped. The bad guy was already stopped, Kevin. You might not be in a jail cell, Kevin, but no, you've been stopped. And what's killing the bad guy so much is that he no longer has the attention. No one's paying attention to him. He's no longer relevant. And yeah, hey, the video that he did responding to the guy has 11.8 million views on his Twitter. Oh.
I hope it is not all downhill from here.
Woo.
But Guy, you need to grow up. You are not a victim. You are now, of course, coming after me because they would like to know what my response is, that you would have just been leading me on, right? I've been through hell and back. You are not a victim.
Bye, Kevin. Bye. Media saying goodbye.